So we will be talking about the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Foundation, girl. I've had this foundation for about a year now. I went and purchased this from my local Ulta beauty store when it first came into a storefront. She first dropped these foundations. They were only available online. I could never figure out how to buy them, how to get to them. I don't know if they were just sold out or they weren't on the website working properly. I don't know what the drama was. However, I just waited until I went to the store so I could get it myself. So it comes in this little packaging right here, a nice little tube container. And it has the directions on the back with the ingredients. Mine is messy. Again, I had this for a while. And the color is Burkina 310. To give you an idea of the consistency of the formula. So this is how it dries up on the bottle. I know that's weird to show you, but sometimes I like to see how it looks dried up because it kind of gives me an idea of how it will dry and oxidize on my face. So this is why I'm showing you what it looks like. The consistency is strictly like a velvety cream formula. So they were telling the truth when they said it's more of a velvety cream formula. I said in the video where I actually applied it that it reminded me of the Velvet. It was called matte mousse. I cannot think. Maybelline had a matte mousse foundation I used to use in high school, and it really gave me mousse vibes. It really did. However, when you apply it on your hand, it warms it up a lot and it makes it easier to apply. But as you can see, it's pretty like it's like a weird formula. It's not one of those easily blendable formulas. It's kind of sparse. If you can see how that looked when I blended that out. So you really gotta let it settle to me on your hand first and then start working it in your face. So this is Burkina. As you can see, it really blended really well with my hand. So this is the color I went with. So I ran a few errands today, just essential errands to the grocery store. And it was like it's like 94 degrees outside. So this is how my face looks after running about 2 hours worth of errands and being outside. How it looks. I did not touch up on my face, but you see my smile lines started creasing. I always get creasing around this area right here and creasing right there. You can see how my nose is starting to get oily. The setting powder, turn the light down so you can see the contour, everything in my T-zone area. It's just the smile lines that kind of creased on me. This is how my face looks without touching up. I will say this is very impressive because of the humidity and the heat that's in Florida. Almost anything is going to melt off your face. I mean, if you're not using milk and magnesia every day, something like that, it's going to melt off. And I didn't go too heavy on the primer because I wasn't going anywhere special. So I just used my Makeup Forever Step 1. And this is the smoothing base primer. I love this primer. Y'all was asking me my favorite primer. This is it. This is my favorite primer. It's expensive, but it's worth every penny. The moisturizer I use is from Clinique. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It's called Post-Workout Mattifying Moisturizer. Now, I don't wear makeup or anything when I work out, so I'm more power to you, but that's just not... That's pointless to me in my opinion, so I don't use it. However, I use this under my makeup, and this is amazing for oily skin, especially this time of year when it's starting to get super hot outside. So this is the moisturizer I use under the Juvia's Place. So let's talk about color range. So the color range for me was really good. I mean, there's so many different colors, and it really dedicates to women of color, which I'm all for. However, it was hell trying to find my shade. I had to go through a few things before I found my perfect match. First color I used was called ZARIA 320. Consider this color warm with slightly red undertones. Now, ZARIA was okay. However, it was more orange than I expected to. I tried it a couple times and it just was not doing the most for me. I think it was a little bit too orange because once it oxidized, it started to look a little matte cosmetic-ish where it's just sitting on your face, and I ain't like how that looked. The next color I tried was Lagos 240, and it's for dark skin with neutral undertones. Now, I went with Lagos a long time. I used it probably more than I should have because I didn't even take it back to the store. I ended up just giving it to a friend because I felt bad returning it. I had it for like a month and a half, but it did not look right in pictures. It was just too neutral, I guess. I guess when I applied it, it just started to look kind of gray on my skin tone, so that did not work for me. The last color I tried was Gabon 300, and this was for dark skin with neutral golden undertones.
That just was a hot mess. That did not work for me.
And the reason why I tried all those first because they never had Burkina in stock. No matter what Ulta I went to, I never found this color. So I just assumed because this was missing for so long, I said that has to be my color because I tried all the colors around this color and it didn't work. So when I finally got this, I said, okay, this is the color. To me, the coverage of this is very high-end worthy to me. And I own a lot of high-end foundations. I have Estee Lauder, Lancome, Bobbi Brown. So I have a wide variety of different foundations that I have that are way more expensive than $20. As far as it oxidizing, it doesn't oxidize too bad. Now, when I had the wrong color, honey, it oxidized very badly because you can see that it was not my color. Overall, I really think the foundation is really good. It's not one that I reach for though. I will say that it's not one I reach for because I just have I won't say I have a difficult time applying this foundation, but it takes time to me. I have to spend way more time putting this on because it has to really blend very well. And if you rush with like a beauty blender and stuff like that with this foundation, it's not going to look right on your face. Because when I did that with this foundation, when I first got it, I was rushing through it like I usually do. And I was seeing spaces that I missed. I was seeing dried up patches that wasn't blended out right. So you really have to just work with it a little bit and see what works best for you. But it's not a foundation I feel like I can put this on every single day, going to work, going out to run errands. I'm not going to have the time to be putting this on every single day. I'll also say the foundation does dry matte for the most part, but in the video, I show you how I always use a mixed medium, like my Fix Plus, or I use like a glowy type serum. I use something to mix with this because when I would apply it by itself, it just was very patchy. So it worked better for me when I use like a mixed medium on my brushes or I spray my face first. Then I put this on because it just applied a lot better. I think that's where you may run into problems if you are an oily person. If you get this foundation and you pile it on your face, it's really going to backfire on you. It's going to feel real nasty and it's going to look like it's melting off your face. That's just what I did at first and I did not like how it looked. So I set my under eye with the Kalahari powder. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a setting powder I use. If you're familiar with the banana powder, to me it's like a shade deeper than banana powder, but it's not as light as banana powder. So it reminds me of banana powder, but for like a darker toned individual. And I don't like this setting powder at all. Like, it's just not my favorite. Even now, I feel like it looks cakey, like up in here. No matter how I apply this setting powder on my face, it always creases up right under my eye area and right in the corners of my eye. And I just think it looked nasty. It looked like I had this on like for a whole entire day and I didn't. To me, this doesn't seem like the formula is the best quality. I've had better results using a hair store brand by I think it's Kiss New York. They had like a setting powder I used in my last video. To me, that looks better than this powder. So when it comes to the setting powder, I really just don't like it. I've tried to get with it. I see all the girls on Instagram, oh my god, this is the best setting powder. No, this is not. It ain't for me, honey. Concealers go, to me they are full coverage, but again, since they're so wet, I feel like if you spend too much time blending it, it may either dry up on you where you gotta apply even more, or it's going to be a little transparent because it is so wet. This is what I use under my eye. This is color 13. I'm going to swatch it right here for you. So you can see this consistency is more of a wet consistency, which is all good. And a little goes a long way with all of their products. So these are the two colors that I purchased for my contour area. And I just went based off some girl on Instagram. So that's why I got these two colors. It's not because I knew these colors would work for me. I literally looked at somebody that I thought that was my skin tone and I went and bought it. Number 5 right here, the lighter shade. And this is number 4 right here. So again, they're typical concealers. I feel like the same as far as the lighter color. They're very wet, and you just really have to take your time when applying this type of makeup because it just goes all over the place if you really don't know what you're doing. Last thing to talk about, something that I actually love. This color, this lip color is so bomb. I got it a long time ago. I love this lip color. I love the formula. I love the packaging. It came in this like royalty looking packaging. It was so cute. And I can't remember how much this cost. I'll make sure I put it right here somewhere. And I just applied this with one of my lip pencils, chestnut. So it's just a brown lip pencil I used for it. And I had this on, like I said, about 2 hours. So you can see right up in here, I had something to drink. There's no creasing. It still looks good. Let me guys know what you think. Do you like the foundation? Do you not like it? Are you a beginner who's struggling with using it? Are you a beginner who thought it was easy to use? Maybe you thought it was easier to use than I did. Some of y'all asked me if I knew about the drama they had with my girl Jackie and all that stuff. I really don't. And I actually never Googled it or anything like that. So y'all know I have been lost when it comes to the YouTube world. I'm sorry, but I just don't know really what happened. Somebody did tell me it was some personal issues her and the owner had. I never spoke to the owner myself. I went through a representative of Juvia'S place to get my palettes from them. And then I purchased all my other stuff with my own money. So honey, I don't know no tea. Whatever drama they had, I hope they resolve it because I love Jackie. And I actually love their products. So I hope they come together and, you know, make up. So that is it. I will see y'all in the next video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Love y'all.